Yo, what is good, y'all? Hope that all you guys are doing well. In this tutorial, I'll be breaking down 3 effects that I saw in this new Nettspend I Don't Give a Fuck music video featuring Xavier So Based, and it was shot by Carl with a K. I'm not sure who edited it, but I'll make sure to leave their socials in the description when I find out. All these 3 effects have this kind of grungy look, as you can tell, but as usual, I'll be breaking down everything step by step inside of After Effects, so let's jump straight into it. Yo, real quick before we get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to my shop, lurkinvisuals.store, where I sell all of my editing presets and assets that I've been using for the past 4 years while creating music videos. So if you're a music video editor, make sure to check out the first link in the description, but onto the video. So right here, I got the first effect that I'll be breaking down. It looks like this. And as you can tell, they kind of made the shot really wide. So I'll start off by doing that. I'll go ahead and go to my first clip right here, which I'll be using. And I'll make sure to turn off the proportions right here, and then just make the clip a little bit wider, turn up the size to like 130. And now I'll be adding an adjustment layer, and to this adjustment layer I'll be adding on a crop edges effect. And from the crop edges I'll be removing the right and the left one, and then I'll make sure to turn up the crop amount. Let's do 12, just like this. Then I'll cut it right here, and then I'll make sure to add my lyrics to, and the font that I'll be using is SF Pro Display, and he says in the trap, so I'll type it out and then put it right here, up here, and I'll change the color to red, and also make sure to give it a fat outline so the text can be a little bit thicker. Then I'll be messing with the size of this text, so just like we did for the background layer, I'll be turning the wideness up for the text, just like this. And then I'll be adding a Gaussian blur onto it, just to make it a little bit blurry, and that also gives that kind of grainy look later on. So I'll turn up the Gaussian blur to like, let's do 16 on both horizontal and vertical. And then I'll add the bottom text too. Just like that, just make sure that it fits. And I'll change that color to green, just like they did in the video. But I kind of want this dark greenish color, so I'll pick that one. And then if you want to get some more of that grainy look, we can add a mosaic effect and turn the horizontal blocks up to like 150 or 170, and now you can tell we kind of get more of that Che vibe. And I'll also add it onto the top text right there. Now to get these flying money transitions, I'll be using my own pack. I'm sure there are some transitions with flying money overlays that you can find on YouTube, so if you want to do that, you can go ahead and do that, which includes 20 transitions and vortexes that I made with this 3D money look. And if you don't feel like paying, I have a tutorial on how you can create these 3D money. And if you don't feel like paying, I have a tutorial that I linked down below, how you can create these 3D money flying effects inside of After Effects using Element 3D. So with these money overlays, I got some different ones. I got some that just fall straight down, just like this. And I got some overlays that come from the side, just like this. And they all end with a transition. I think for this clip, I will be using one of the overlays that just goes to the side, like this. And then has a transition right there. And I'll make sure to add on a mosaic effect onto that, just to give some of that glitchy look. So I'll add on the mosaic effect and turn it up. Let's do 115 for both horizontal and vertical. Now that's a little bit too much. Let's do 135 for both. And now if I play it through, this is what I got. And right here, when the transition comes in, I can actually cut it right here and put the overlay on top of the other effects. That way we will have a much cleaner transition, just like that, so that it covers the whole screen. And now I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I'll just add some finishing touches to the background. As you can see in the original clip right here, they got this kind of grainy background going on, so I'll be doing that. I can tell that the flying money is really pixelated, so I'll also change that real quick. I'll just turn down this effect to like 80. So now we got this pixelated look going on. And for the background, I'll make sure to add a levels effect. And with this one, I'll just be messing with it a little bit just to get this kind of high contrast look, just like this. Just like this. You can also use a curve effect if you'd like to do that. I think you'll get pretty much the same look. And then I'll just add some grain onto it. So I'll use the add grain effect and change the viewing mode to final output. And I think this should be good. Maybe add a little bit of brightness and contrast. And with this effect, I'll bump up the contrast to like 50 and then turn up the brightness too, just so we can see anything in the clip. And now I'm pretty happy with how it looks. So now if I play it through, this is what I got. And I'm pretty happy with that. It looks really decent. So for my next effect, I got my inspiration right here. You can tell they kind of mix this low frame rate effect with a stutter, and that looks really good. So to get this look, the first effect I'll be adding on is a posterized time. And this is just to drag down the frame rate, and I'll turn down the frame rate to 8 and play it. Now I got this look right here. And then I'll make an adjustment layer, and to that adjustment layer I'll add the add grain effect just to get that little grainy look onto this clip, and change the viewing mode to final output, and I keep it like this. And now I got this going on, and like halfway through the clip right here I'll cut it and remove the posterized time, and I'll add that stutter look onto my clip. So to get that, I'll be using a plugin from Sapphire, which is called Sapphire Jitter Frames. And I really like this effect. It's pretty underrated, and it kind of gives you that jitter stutter effect. And for this effect, you don't really have to mess with the settings too much to get something that looks good. But the higher you put the jitter frame distance, the longer it will cut to the next clip. So if I put it up to like 53, it will cut onto the next scene right here. And I don't want that, since I just got the whole music video in an MP4 file. If you got your raw clips, you can mess with these however you want. But if you got like a whole music video that you just cut up, I would recommend that you keep the frame distance as low as possible. So I'll turn it down to 5 and the edit frame length to 1. And now if I play it through, this is what I got. You can tell it just goes 5 frames forward when it glitches. So I'll keep it like this. And I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So now I'll jump right into the next one. And the next effect will be this kind of text pop up when you have the clip in the background with that kind of grainy look, and the text size is up while it keeps changing. So to get that look, I'll be adding a text layer, and I'll add the lyrics onto that text layer. And then I'll be sizing it all the way up till it fills my whole screen. And when the width is to the max, I'll be messing with the height, just like this. And right there should be good. Now to get the music video playing in the background, I'll be changing the blending mode to Sensei Luma. Now you can see we got the music video playing in the background. Now what I'll be doing, just changing the lyrics. So I cut my text layer right here. Then I'll change the lyrics. And I'll keep doing this for every lyric. And whenever my lyrics don't fit, I'll just make sure to size them down on the width, just like this. And if you want to add some extra effects onto this text, what you gotta do is change all the viewing modes back to normal, and then pre-comp them into one pre-composition, and then change the viewing mode back to stencil alpha, and now I can just add the effects onto this layer right here. I would like to add a Gaussian blur just to give the edges that kind of blur look that they got in the inspiration. I'll also be adding the add grain effect onto the background layer and turn the viewing mode into final output, just like this. And then they kind of size the text up at the end, so I'll make sure to do that too. So I'll create a scale keyframe right there, and then go to the end, and I make sure that I untick this box right here, and then just mess with the width of the text, just like this. And you can have this going on all the way throughout the clip. Just move your keyframe if you like that, but I'm going to keep it like this. So now if I play through, this is what I got. And as you can tell, it matches the lyrics, and it's pretty much just like the inspiration we got right here. So just like that, I just broke down 3 of the effects from this Nettspend music video. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, check out my packs if you're trying to level up your workflow. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.